Everyone, welcome to Zen Tarot. My name is Julie. I want to do a pick a card reading for you all. I want to see what kind of guidance the ancestors have for us. So take a look at the decks in front of you, see which one might be resonating more for messages coming from your ancestors. For pile number one, group number one, we have got the Everyday Witch Tarot cards. For pile number two, we have got the Lightseers Tarot deck. And for pile number three, we've got the Modern Witch Tarot. So yeah, see which one might be resonating more with you. I will leave the timestamps in the description box below, and I'll see you on the other side at the reading. Okay, pile number one. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's take a peek and see what the ancestors have for guidance for you. What kind of messages do the ancestors have in store for you? Let's see what kind of angel oracle card you get. I want to get an angel message for the ether, for up in the ether before we do our reading. So, all right, Spirit, we are calling upon the ancestors of group number one with the Everyday Witch Tarot cards. What messages do you have for those that are listening right now? What messages do you have? Whew. Thank you so much. I hope you all are doing well. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Let's see. Angel guidance. Group number one. Parents, look at this. How beautiful when we're talking about ancestral guidance and messages coming in. There is the divine maternal and fraternal coming through. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father. Oh, so maybe some of you have had a parent that has crossed over and you just didn't get that closure. You just wanted to have that final showdown maybe, or the final words, or just something wasn't said, something was left open. And one of your parents is coming through very, very strongly in this reading to give you some guidance moving into 2025 here, the new year, just this new start. So yeah, let's see what they have to say. God box on the bottom of the deck. So look at that. Beautiful. Write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. Yeah, I love this. So put these worries, this angst that you have about this not having any closure here, put that in writing. Write it down. Dear ancestors, dear parent, dear guardian, whoever raised you or felt like a parent to you, or there was just something that wasn't said or something that was left open here, or you're fearful that that will be the case here. So yeah, let's take a deeper dive into that. Group number one. I love this already because you're asking just such beautiful questions of, how do I move on? How do I move forward? How do I soothe this relationship, even if the person is not here to soothe it in real life here? In the RL. All right, let's take a peek. What do the ancestors have to say to you? What do they want to communicate to you? We're looking at the mind space first. What words do they want to enter into your mind space here to soothe you or to help bring clarity or understanding? What are the words? What are the words that you'd like to bring through from the ancestors for group one? What words would you like to bring through here? Ooh, the Queen of Wands. Look at this, being a little bit spicy or sassy here. Really strutting your stuff now, getting some confidence, much needed confidence that you were lacking in the past here. So yeah, you had to do this on your own. You had to gain this confidence, this self-esteem on your own. And how beautiful. You're so strong. That's the number one word they want me to tell you. You're so much stronger than you think you are. You've gotten through so much more than you thought you would. And this feeling of aloneness, this feeling of being on this path all by yourself is giving you such strength, such resilience, such power within you. So hang on. It won't always be a solo journey. There's this fire kind of trying to burn in the background here, but it can't quite get going. It can't quite get that spark because you need to get some closure. You need to get some healing when it comes to a parent figure. Oh, beautiful. All right. What else? What else do you have to say? Eight of Cups, it's time to walk away from those feelings of rejection or abandonment here. It's time to stop blaming yourself. So maybe a parent left, or somebody was taken, or somebody just left. Maybe somebody just left and you took it so personally. You wanted to change things so that you could get them to stay, or you wanted to manipulate the energy so that they would want to stay. You didn't want to force them to stay. You wanted them to want to stay. So maybe, when I was young, I was I was probably in my 30s. I was in my 20s when my grandmother passed away, and I was in the room with her, and I wanted her to stay. I wanted her to be back in my life. She was such a big figure in my life, a huge, huge mentor in my life. But she had been sick for a very long time, and she was almost comatose. When I walked past her room in the hospital, I didn't recognize her. My Aunt Mary had to point me out to her. So that was shocking to me because my grandma and I had this very, very special bond. But I didn't want her to go, but I didn't want her to stay like that. Didn't want her to stay like that. And then years later in 2022, my father was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He was 25. I wish, no, I don't wish. I wouldn't be here. He was 85. And again, same exact scenario. I wanted him to stay. I prayed for him to stay. I put moon potions out for him to stay, but I didn't want him to stay the way that he was because he was hurting and he was sick. So this is you just walking away from your part in this, just energetically innocence here, just really understanding that you were caught up in your own emotions at the time here. Look at the healing coming through from the ancestors with the star energy on the bottom of the deck. Aquarius energy coming through, really, really strong to replenish now. It's time to replenish. It's not time to live back in a past that doesn't exist anymore. It's time to use those experiences as the wind beneath you, as the strength beneath you to empower you in these next steps here. So yeah. All right, what's the resistance? What's the resistance from the ancestors to group number one? What is the resistance in the mind space? What's the mental block for group number one? Mental block, ancestors, mental block. Thinking the Magician in kind of this challenging position, and I'm asking about the challenging card here. So it is just blocking your manifestational power here, this going back to the past, this wanting to fix it with tools you have today that you didn't have yesterday. So you were making decisions yesterday based on the choices you had in front of you, just like you're doing today. So you're getting in your own way here. There's just absolutely a mental block when it comes to the Eight of Cups and the Magician being in the challenge position here. An inability to create. It's blocking, it's stunting that muse, it's stunting the creativity within you, it's stunting the spark of excitement within you. So everything's just kind of dulled. It's dulled by this past experience of something that just didn't have closure. There was just no goodbye or no finality to it here. So Spirit is saying, and bring it to an end. Fini. It's time to end it. It's time to let it go here and move into the new experiences. It's like the ghosts of Christmas past are making every Christmas seem dull and not good enough because there was so bright. There was such a big time in the past here. It just felt so warm and a special moment for you. But it's because of the place that you were at the time. There was an innocence involved in this, right? There was an innocence involved in the past here until that innocence was broken or crashed. And that was part of your line to walk through here. It's happened throughout the ages, throughout the ancestral line that you come from here. And the strength, it's just never come to this big of a culmination with the strength, the power that is beneath you now with all those experiences underneath you now. It is time to manifest. It is time to create. It is time to stop sabotaging yourself. There's a lot of self-sabotage here because you didn't get the okay. You didn't get the permission slip. You didn't get the you're doing a good job maybe, or the pat on the back. You didn't get the confirmation that you needed. Spirit, your ancestors here, the bigger family, the bigger picture is here to say, this is on you. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. We've put this all on you because the time is ripe. The time is now, and they trust you and they have faith in you and they know it's not easy, but they know you got this. Wow, are you going to be really pulling things into your reality when you get rid of this mental block? It's a mental block, and it has to do with not having the accolades that you needed growing up, but it was exactly what you needed to not get it because you kept searching for it and you kept pushing yourself and you kept knowing you could do better here. So absolutely beautiful. It's like the negative mentor that really push you to your limit, just really push you to your knees, and then you confronting them later on in life and them turning around and saying, you're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, God, that's tough. All right, let's see. What more advice, ancestors, do you have for group number one in the mind space? In the mind space, especially when it comes to this mental block. What words of advice do you have? The King of Wands comes out, and I love that because of the Queen of Wands that we started out with. So real power couple coming in, a real changing up of things, a real change the way you do it now. So the power couple comes in to raise the children, not just a single parent here where it's lacking that other side with the divine feminine and the divine masculine doing this together here. It's coming through to you in the energy of the duo, the energy of the power couple here that can do it all, that can raise the kids the right way and still have a fulfilling life themselves, not forsake their lives for the kids here, which builds resentment, it builds sorrow and regret. So, oh my God, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wisdom coming through from your ancestors about partnership and family and words matter. Be careful what you say, especially to the young people, especially to the young ones. Be very, very careful of the words that you are choosing. All right, what words of advice do you have, ancestors, for group number one in the mind space? What words of advice do you have for group number one? Eight of Pentacles. Look at this. You got 2 8s in the mind space here. 8 and 8. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. Wow. Self-mastery with the 8 of Pentacles. Again, this has been a solo journey. You've had to do this alone. You were forced to do this alone. That was the point. That was the purpose, to build upon your own skills, to make you push yourself further than anyone would have ever pushed you. It's almost like if they would have pushed you, if they would have ridden your tail your entire life, nipped at your heels your entire life, you would have given up because it was never going to be good enough, no matter what you did. That's the most important message here. It was never going to be good enough. You were never going to fulfill who they thought you should be here. There was a label, a stereotype, expectation placed on you. It could have never been fulfilled, but it had you pushing for it. It had you striving for it. The thing to remember now is the race is over. It's over. You don't have anything to prove to anyone. You can really, really take a moment, turn around, take a deep breath, and look how far you've come. Look how far you've come. Look what you have mastered here. Look what you have created here. It's going to really, really open up your mind to stop looking for the acceptance, to stop looking for that permission slip, because I think you're still looking for that permission slip from this figure here. And when you stop and when you give yourself permission where it should have come from all along, it's so freeing to you. It breaks that chain, it breaks that expectation, it breaks the ancestral line of this happening throughout the ages here. And it's a whole new world now. It's a whole new ball game now, because now you're wielding the power that you were meant to have in the first place. All of you were meant to have, all of the ancestors were meant to have this power to nurture, to raise, to bring the divine feminine and masculine together for the better of the community and the family. Beautiful. Wow. Real tradition in this reading. Real tradition, bringing it back to the family, back to the nucleus here, because somebody didn't do their job. But that was all part of it as well. If they had, it would have been on them then. I don't know. It just had to happen this way. It had to happen this way. It was divinely orchestrated this way for you, whoever's resonating with, for you, to have this sticky, gooey relationship that just kept flowing. It just never had this finality to it that you're getting now. You're getting this finality. You're giving yourself permission here. All right, let's see. Let's see what's in the heart space. What are you feeling? What do the ancestors want you to notice in the heart space, in your emotions, What are you feeling right now? What are you feeling right now? This one, no, it would have come out. What are you feeling right now for group number 1? The Emperor, Aries energy coming in. Wow, wow. Really, you've had to be the leader. You've had to be the boss. You pushed yourself. It couldn't have happened any other way. So you couldn't work for someone. You couldn't just walk the straight line because someone told you to. You're very, very much a jump out of the line type person. You're not going to follow the rules just because the rule is there. You're going to question the rules because you've had to question everything since you were very young. You've had to question, why do I want to go down this path when it seems so difficult? It seems like so many obstacles. Well, you were guided down that path. You were guided this way. The ruler of Mars comes up here. So you are very, very traditional, very traditional. You do not like breaking your rules. It's like you've been sent here with this set of rules here. It's like the commandments that you follow and you will not break those. It's like your safety net, your foundation. And if one is broken, all are broken here. So that's very, very interesting. You're very loyal, but you have a real, the ancestors keep people away from you that push you. Now there's a difference in the energy coming at you. Now there's a much more supportive energy coming underneath you to give you more strength and power. You're not being challenged like you used to. So there was a much needed, maybe challenging. I'm picturing animals like 2 lions trying to challenge for the pack here, or 2 dominant male figures. Maybe that was your father or father figure here, and just a real challenger, a real instigator almost, or a pot stirrer, or just always with the challenge. Somebody challenged you to perfection. So you're always striving for perfection. But what that does is it stunts you from understanding that it's all good enough. You are good enough. You are good enough. That strive for perfection keeps you feeling not good enough because you can never, ever reach that perfection. So yeah, you've got to really set that down. That was just to push you here. And now it's time again. I'm picturing this race being over, this marathon that you've had to really ration your energy throughout all of these years because you were on your own. You didn't have that support. You didn't have that help. Weren't born with a silver spoon here. You've had to work for every single thing you have. But it's time to understand that the fight is over. The challenge is over. You've won. You've won. You are the emperor. Now you are as high as it goes now, because you're only allowing yourself, you're giving yourself permission. It can't come from any other source now. It can only come from you. So it doesn't matter if this parent came back and they said, my God, you were right. I shouldn't have done that. I should have been more compassionate. I should have been more understanding. It doesn't matter to you. It won't matter to you. It's just you've forgiven really a long time ago, because you're understanding more and more and more every single day that you didn't get this far just to get this far. You were pushed here for a reason, for a purpose. But I can't be so rigid because I'm not allowing myself to feel the exaltation that I'm meant to feel at this time, the victory of success, the sweetness of success here. I'm never allowing myself to taste that, because it could always be better. Beautiful advice. Look at the Ace of Pentacles, the Eureka on the bottom of the deck. Yes, I love that. That is the epiphany. That is the epiphany that I did it. I did it. I accomplished something. Something is over. Something is over. I can shut the door on it. I can move forward now, and no looking back. There's no looking back with the Eight of Cups. There's still passion burning there. There's still desire. There's still a need for something to happen back in the past here. But understanding that that's in the past. I can't go back. It doesn't exist. Just like the future doesn't exist, neither does the past here. So I'm not even going to look back. I'm not even going to recognize or give that power, give that emotion power any longer. I take my power back. I take my staff back. I take my magical wand back so that I can be the creator that I'm meant to be here with the Magician. All right, what else in the heart space? What else in the heart space for group number 1? Group number 1 from the ancestors. Group number 1 in the heart space. Ten of Wands, it has been burdensome. Look at this beautiful energy, though, underneath the Eight of Cups. I love this. I love this new beginning, laying down the burdens, laying down the responsibilities of who you were supposed to be. Again, coloring outside of the lines and not fearing getting in trouble here, not fearing that there will be consequences here for you to stand in your own power and you to stand knowing that it's as perfect as it's going to get. I'm as young as I will ever be, right? Just understanding, wow, the power is in the now. The power is in this moment. It's not in the past and it's not in the future that doesn't exist yet. So you're infusing these fears in the future that it's not going to be good enough. It's not going to be perfect, because that's how you're looking at the everyday. It's not perfect. It's okay. It's okay. And everyone's like, my God, though, look what you've done. I mean, you've mastered something with the self-mastery card here. You're really, really good at a skill. You have a craft here you're really good at. But for you, it's not perfect. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. It's like the writer, the author. I'm an author. I have in my past life, they're not even on the shelves any longer. But I would edit them to oblivion. If I started editing, I couldn't stop. So it's just, I took that chopping too seriously. I could just go in and slay every one of my characters because it wasn't good enough. I wasn't getting it. They weren't there yet, right? So it's just this kind of molding and creating as we go. It's not the perfection. Stop striving for the perfection here. So yeah, yes, really, that's going to be so freeing anyway. You're going to lay down those burdens of perfection. You're going to be like, oh, why was I carrying that? It's like, you don't realize how bad you feel or felt until you feel good again, right? You could be sick for a really long time and not know it. You're just dragging. And then all of a sudden you take the antibiotic or you go to the doctor, or you heal something. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe I feel so good. I thought that's just how I was supposed to feel. I thought I was just going to be that tired the rest of my life. What's the challenge in the heart position for group number 1? What is the resistance they need to look at, ancestors? What are the challenges in the heart space? I mean, you'd think the 10 of Wands would be a challenge, but it's not, because you're laying down those burdens. So it's actually beautiful. The High Priestess, look at this, just letting it be. Everything is revealed to you. Everything is revealed to you. You're very, very, very powerful because of what you went through here, because of some kind of parental figure in your life really pushing you, making you feel not good enough, making you feel not smart enough, making you feel unequal to the rest here. Maybe there was a bias here that you pushed yourself to the bone. All of that's being revealed to you. You're really understanding how far you've come now. It's just like, I'm just picturing you waking up and saying, oh my God, I can read tarot cards. I can read energy. I can channel. I'm a spiritual medium. I'm a medium, a psychic medium here. You're just really understanding the power you hold because of your ancestors, because of the wisdom they have infused through you, through some kind of parental figure here. It started with them and their ancestors. So whatever they were struggling with, whatever this parent, every single person is doing the best they can in the moment. It's not like anyone is raising children going, yeah, I'm going to be the worst parent in the world. I'm going to neglect them. No, they're doing the best they can. They're thinking, if I can get myself happy, then I'll tend to the kids, then I'll tend, right? There's always this and then, but so you're looking back at this, there's whatever they struggled with, maybe it was money, maybe it was substance abuse, maybe it was relationship issues, whatever they struggled with, that gave you the power to really overcome. You were the chosen one to overcome this struggle. If it was relationships, you've gone it alone. If it was money, you're focused on money. Whatever we are focused on, whatever we seek, we shall find here. So whatever you've been focused on, you have found here, but you're not giving yourself the credit you deserve because it's not the big picture. It's not the whole thing. You can't be done yet. It's not over yet. You still have so much more to go. My mom's 82 and we lost my dad and when he was 85 and she's been really, really down, especially over the holidays. I mean, how could you not be? She's been married. My mom and dad were married for 65 years. I mean, talk about the beautiful parental couple. And it was like the Brady Bunch growing up with us. I mean, my family is like no other, but regardless, She struggled. She struggled. She was very much a psychic medium. She very much believed in spirit and the angels. But when he passed away, she lost a lot of her faith. She very, very much struggled. But I looked at her the other day. I said, you could have another 10 years. You could have another 10 Christmases and be 92 and be, it's very, very plausible, very possible. And it changed things for her because in her mind, it was over. In her mind, her life was done. It was done and complete. And, it was true. It's true. She could have, she's very healthy. Thank God. Thank God. But yeah, so you're being exposed for who you are now. You're being exposed for the psychic that you are now. You can't hide it any longer. And you need to get this gift out there now. You were pushed here for a reason. You had to go through that growing up for this life's purpose. You can't ignore this calling. This is a calling to the spiritual, a calling to the occult here. And you just simply cannot ignore it. Just like I couldn't ignore it. Just like anyone on YouTube reading cards can't ignore it. They couldn't ignore it. Interesting. All right, Spirit, what's your advice in the heart space? We're looking at the ancestral advice for group number 1, ancestral advice in the heart space. Very interesting. I know something flipped over here. There it is. Death and rebirth. Yes. Walk through that door. Open that door. Swing it open. It is time for rebirth. Look at the major arcana with the magician, the high priestess, and death and rebirth, along with the emperor. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then you got the Queen of Wands, the 10 of Wands, all about your fire, your passion, your drive here. And the 8 of Pentacles, that self-mastery card just will not leave me. It's just you learned this. It wasn't taught to you. It wasn't given to you. It wasn't, you had to scratch and claw and fight for every minute to master this. It did not come easy. And you're thinking everyone else it came easy to. And that's just, yeah, it's not the case. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a story. But including you, you have to give yourself credit. You have to give yourself credit because a lot of people just keep staring at what they could have changed and they live their entire lives in regret, Well, you're not today, not today. I'm putting that burden down, that burden of regret. 9 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You're so ready to be independently happy now, independently happy. Before it seems like a struggle. It seems like you were alone. You were lonely. You're not alone. You were lonely here. So you could have been in a group of people, a crowd of people, and you felt very, very, it's like those are the times you felt the loneliest, when you were with a group of people here, because they weren't understanding you. They were pushing you. They were challenging you. They were making fun of you, or whatever it was that just put that drive, that fire in you, that challenge accepted. I'm going to go so deep into this that I'm going to prove you wrong. And you pushed yourself, and pushed yourself. And it's time to ease up. You've done your job. You've done what you're supposed to do now. Now just let it come to you. Just get yourself a deck of cards, get yourself the runes, get yourself going in this, get yourself a channel going in this, because you were meant to do this. That's why you were pushed here. Let's look at the foundation for group number 1 from the ancestors. What is their daily? Tell me about the daily life for group number 1 ancestors and what you would like for them to know. What would you like them to know? What would you like for your descendants to know? Let's see. 7 of Cups. Look at this. The sky is the limit. The choice is yours. And this is absolutely a choice. Number 1 thing they want you to know is this is a choice. Love is a choice. Life is a choice. We all have choices. This is a choice. You're making choices here. Again, making choices and making decisions, but now you know the choices. It's so different from the past in this decision making that you've come into now today. It's beautiful. You're very, very, very clear. It's just you want to see what's available now. Now you're bargain hunting. Now you're smart shopping. Now you are being very, very due diligent before you make a decision here. How beautiful. But yeah, what will you choose? 4 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Time for rest here for sure. Ooh, all right, so the choice is yours. Free will. All right, tell me about the burdens. That group 1 is walking away from and letting go of the expectations that someone has put on them or they have put on themselves here. What happens when they let that go, when they let that go. Tell me what happens for group number 1, ancestors, when they let that go, let it go. Look at this with the Empress. This power couple will not be ignored. There is someone, your match. You've met your match for once. Look how you're both yielding your own power. You're both yielding your own wand here. You're both running your own kingdoms in such a different way. And then you're coming home at night together and discussing what you've done here. It's absolute equal opportunity partnership coming for you because of what you witnessed. Something was very, very imbalanced on the parental front here. You've witnessed an imbalance here, and you, chosen one, are the one to bring relationships back together on equal ground. No oppression, no suppression, no control, no narcissist empath journey here. No, this is equal footing, equal ground. You each have your own input here, and it's valid. You validate each other. You absolutely validate each other here. Whew, my God. Yeah, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Ancestors, thank you for all of these beautiful messages for group number 1. What else? Is there any final advice in the foundation, in the daily life, maybe about this beautiful partnership for group number 1? Any advice for group number 1 in the foundation? Anything to look out for? 5 of Pentacles. Again, don't strive for perfection. Don't push this partner away because maybe you're worried that it's not the right one. Don't keep pushing them away. Every single one is the right one when you realize that you're on equal ground. There's nobody better than you and there's nobody worse than you, right? You're not better than anyone and you're not worse than anyone either here. So equality here, a best friend here, a comrade here, not this person to control or know where you are or have the location services on your phone or whatever. This is complete trust. This is the way it should be. You had to witness the opposite. You had to witness the contrast. You had to experience the contrast of relationships here to get to this point here. And it's absolutely beautiful. You've crushed the curse. You've crushed it. It can't exist in your familial line any longer. Your children will not suffer from this sense of needing to fix things, of needing to read the room, of navigating to the toxic person because that's the one you don't trust. So if you can get a grip on them, you can get a grip on yourself here, not having to soothe the narcissist before you get your own happiness, before you reach for your dreams and goals here. Really, really putting yourself first and then finding someone who does the exact same thing, doesn't put you up on a pedestal that you're going to fall off on, doesn't think you're better than them, doesn't think it's just absolute equality, perfection here, finally perfection in a relationship, and everything else just falls into place here. It's like, this is perfection. But you got to realize that. You got to understand that and not just keep looking at how broke you are, not just keep looking at what you had to go through here and how hard it was, and keep telling your story of the journey and everything you had to go through and why you're a victim here. There's just no more storytelling of that because it just keeps it in your reality. It keeps it in your daily here. So you are really, really ridding yourself of that, walking away from it. Hell, if it hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here. Really almost finding gratitude for the pushing here, for the imbalance that you had to witness here to bring it all together, to really snap it. It's like the two magnets that have been repelling each other for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And then bam, it's like the thunder, the hot and the cold. It just comes together in this lifetime. Yes. All right. On the bottom of the deck, look at this Leo energy coming through with strength. Yes. You are each other's strength. You are each other's power. You are on equal ground here. One without the other is okay, Look at this emperor ruling with his heart, and this empress ruling with the power of Mother Earth Gaia here, the way it should be. It's just so beautiful. You're on two different lines, two different experience timelines here, but you are rock solid. You are moving in time, in step with each other. You're dancing this beautiful dance lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. But this lifetime, the curse is broken. The mirror is broken. You're not mirroring each other. You're not triggering each other. like you've seen in the past. You know what that looks like. Oh, group number 1. Boy, do I love this reading. I love this reading. The power of love. All right, I got to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. Group number 1, thanks for stopping by. I'm sending you all my love and light, and I will definitely tune in with you soon. Okay, pile number 2 with the Lightseers Tarot deck. Let's see what the ancestors have to say to you. First, I want to get an Angel Oracle card and see what messages come through from your ancestors for pile number 2. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Pile number 2. All right, let's see what your ancestors have to say to you. What messages are coming through, Spirit, from the ancestors of pile number 2? Crystals. Ooh, the energy of crystals supports you and helps you with your present situation. Yeah, use some crystals. Get the crystals out. Polish yourself up on what the crystals are, their meanings, and carrying them in your pocket, by your bed when you're sleeping at night. I do that, bringing in the good energy. But yeah, crystals are meaning something to you, and the ancestors, your ancestors, the people that came before you, have a great wealth of knowledge with the crystals here, with the geodes and the things within the earth here, the ground crystals here. So call upon them for help with that. They're guiding you toward more information or a deeper understanding when it comes to the crystals. Beautiful. Third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Ooh, the crystals are bringing through spirit for you. They are channeling energy right to you here, using crystals, using crystal energy. Beautiful, beautiful. Opening up that third eye chakra. You're seeing more, you're feeling more, you're understanding more here. So beautiful. All right, ancestors, what do you have to say for the mind space? I want to look at the mind space for group number 2. What do you have to say about the thoughts for group number 2? What messages do you need to get through to group number 2 here? We're asking the ancestors for group number 2 in the mind space, Strength. Look at that beautiful Leo energy coming through. Wow, I'm feeling an Aries vibe with that lamb, but this is all about the heart chakra and a merging of energies. You're merging ideas now. You're merging a belief system within your own here. You're pulling other information into your own solid belief system here and becoming some kind of hybrid, some kind of new way, new age, new understanding here that's being filtered to you right from your ancestors. So this has gone on through the lines, through the lifetimes here, about the power within to merge the energies. Look at that with the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Talk about merging. The Chariot is all about bringing together the light and the dark, not shunning one or the other here, but understanding we need the power of both to move forward here. So, wow, becoming the hybrid. You were led here. Your ancestors knew that you were the chosen one to be this hybrid, to bring something forward and make it a belief system, make it part of the systemic belief here for you. God, I love that with the Chariot. All right, what else? What else in the mind space? Ancestors, to group number 2, what do you need to tell them? What messages need to get through? No, for group number 2, what messages need to get through? 5 of Swords and Queen of Wands and the Fool. Look at this, coming out in reverse. So you're stopping yourself. You're stunting this new beginning. You're self-sabotaging here because of the merging itself. It's almost painful. Going through this. These are painful times. These are very, very painful times. Changing your belief system is not easy. Changing your tradition, your ideas, your thoughts here, it's so difficult. It's so difficult to try to adapt. And that's what we're doing, is we're adapting here. That's what you're doing, is adapting here, adapting to the changes, adapting to these new beginnings after new beginning here. But it's just making you feel depleted and, just like, I just want to stay where I'm at. I just want to stay here. I just want to get in my fetal position. I want to cuddle my crystals and I just want to stay here. It's just too much that goes on when I step outside, when I get together with people maybe, or I'm going to work, or I'm going into the daily here. It's just so many things going on, and just really making me feel apathetic to this change, to this transformation. I don't even care who I'm coming out on the other side because I'm so tired. I'm so depleted here. I need a message to uplift this. I need a message to help this person get through, because you're transforming. You're going through this massive transformation here, and it feels like the upside down world. It feels like the world's gone through a mass hypnosis and you were left out of it. It's just almost like you're feeling like, wow, who are these people? What am I doing here? It's just, you're going through this transformation. You're turning from the caterpillar to the butterfly. So that is very painful, very painful. The birthing process is a very, very painful process. People don't realize it's not this come to Jesus moment. It's a broken hallelujah. It's a cold and broken hallelujah. By the time you're screaming out for mercy, hallelujah, you see the purpose, you see the mission. You are on your knees. You are on your knees here. So that's what's happened. You are at a point in your life here where you have got to surrender this. You have got to give this up to the crystals. Give it to the crystals. Clear the energy, smudge the energy here. Yeah, get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. And let this transformation, let this butterfly emerge, because you're going to fly. You're going to fly high. You're going to see everything had purpose when you get to the other side, but it's taking this process to get to the other side. Whew. I love this though. I love this Fool just wanting to turn around, just wanting to reverse it. Look at this with the High Priestess. Yes. This is the big turnaround. It was leading to this. This is what your ancestors want you to know. This is what they're trying to channel to you. This was part of it. You were pushed here. You were guided toward this transformation. So transformation is very painful, and that's the process you're in right now. But yeah, look at the transformation. Look at that third eye chakra. And we already know that's the mission. That's the purpose. That's the testament here, is the third eye, seeing more, seeing further, seeing now, because you're flying with wings. You're not crawling on the ground here. You're not just seeing that perspective of the ground view here. Now you're flying high, you're soaring high. You see it all. You see the purpose here. Beautiful. Let yourself hatch. Let yourself transform. Let yourself transform. Beautiful. Okay. That right there. Tell me about the heart space, the emotions of group number 2, 6 of Swords, moving on. So yeah, ancestors, tell me about the emotions. Tell me about the emotional body. What do you need group number 2 to know about their emotions, about their feelings and emotions? What do you need them to know? What do you need them to know? Time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. It is time to let yourself rejoice. Let yourself rejoice in this transformation. You've been beating yourself up because you're not the caterpillar anymore. You wanted to hold on to those legs. You wanted to hold on to that familiar. Who doesn't? Like, you got to drag me kicking and screaming from the familiar. That's for sure. I'm a Taurus sun and a Capricorn moon. I'm very grounded. So yeah, I'm not good with change, but you are going through a massive change. Time to celebrate this change and realize what this change is bringing you. It's really giving you the wings that you needed for whatever purpose you were supposed to go through this massive transformation in this lifetime, to see something different, to see the other side, to get to the other side here. And the other side seems to be tension and anxiety and being fearful and not even knowing what you're afraid of, just feeling something coming, feeling this massive shift coming, but the ground feels wavering underneath you. It feels like you're on sand. So you're just trying to get your balance. It's a very, very scary time. It can be a very, very scary time. Hang on. There's olive branches around you. Spirit is here. Your ancestors are really rallying around you, saying, hang on. This cannot last forever. Nothing lasts forever here. Not even pain can last forever. So hang on. Celebrate the good things, celebrate the victories here, and that will bring this transformation. It's almost like putting it in double drive when you start looking for the gratitude, looking for the blessings here. It puts it into double time here in that transformation. It's almost like you could speed up the process. I'm picturing like a camera being sped up, 10 times. It's just, it just really the cocoon falls out and you're just really able to stretch those wings much, much faster when you're recognizing the blessings and the gratitude. Wow, beautiful. My God, group number 2, you've been through it. You've been through such a painful process here, but the exaltation and the rejoicing on the other side of this will be so worth it. It's going to be so, so worth it. But hang on. It's almost over. Just hang on. The momentum's gone too far at this point. You were transforming and you couldn't stop it. That skin was coming off. You were shedding and you just couldn't stop it. No matter how much lotion you put on, you couldn't stop it. Ace of Cups. Look at that coming out in reverse in the heart space here. The Ace of Cups, that new beginning, the heart fulfillment. You've been stopping yourself because you weren't ready. You weren't ready to pick up that dream, that idea, that project because you were transforming. So you weren't ready. Now you are ready. Once this process is complete, and it looks to be with the Fool in reverse and the High Priestess coming out in the mind space here, process complete, you're ready to accept. You're ready to accept who you are now. You're ready to accept that you've adapted, that you've evolved, that you've changed here, and you come into a full acceptance of yourself. Just a really full, this is who I am, and now you are unchanging. You cannot be pulled apart again. You cannot be, there's no more transformational energy left here. It's just done, complete. It's like, this is who you are now, the new normal, the new you now. You're coming into this beautiful acceptance. And that's your heart's fulfillment. Acceptance. This is beautiful. This is the first step for the rest now. The rest is coming now. You get to move past this phase, this cocoon. You get to leave that skin behind and let it dry up and die away. It's not you. It doesn't belong to you anymore. It's not part of you anymore. It's amazing how it used to be you. You used to be that skin, and it's not you. You don't identify it with it anymore. It's like really transformational energy coming through for you. Wow. Okay. What's the resistance in the heart space? Ancestors for group number 2. What is the resistance? The 9 of Pentacles in reverse, allowing yourself to dream, daring to dream that this can happen, daring to dream that this was meant for you, that you are allowed, giving yourself permission to be who you are and not keep trying to change yourself to please everyone else around you. It's time to go inward now. See who you are now. Get to know yourself again. It's like you're almost dating yourself or courting yourself because you don't really know how you feel about everything yet. This is all brand new. Use the crystals to bring in messages from your ancestors because they are the ones that wanted this change, this transformation through the bloodline, through you here. So yeah, you are the chosen one. And they know how painful it is. And they want you to know that they are here. They are lifting you. They know every tear on your pillow is felt by them. They know how hard this has been. They know how difficult of a journey this has been. But they want you to know that the other side of this is pure exaltation. It is celebration. It is victory. It is acceptance. It's acceptance. And then wherever you go, there you are. There you are having the time of your life because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You've already gone through the pain. You've already gone through the transformation. It's complete. It's done. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do except to start receiving. Just time to start receiving. Yes, because you hold yourself in contempt. You hold yourself in contempt because you're not who you used to be. It's like, damn, everyone's like, wow, you've changed. You're like, yeah, I really have. I must be wishy-washy. You're just putting yourself down, or you're doubting yourself because you don't feel the same way. You don't think the same things. It's all part of it. It's all you becoming this hybrid of strength and power. And when everyone else is coming to a period of wavering because they didn't go through that. They stayed on their couch and numbed themselves out. They didn't face these changes. They didn't face this adaptation that was happening here. They're going to be in a world of hurt here. They're going to be in a world of pain here because they're not going to understand what's happening. And you have this great, big, broader perspective. So yeah, King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. How beautiful is that? Really getting a grip on your emotions, getting a grip, not feeling left out, not feeling abandoned, not feeling like an alien amongst them. Just really like, yes, I am meant to be here. I belong here. And I'm going to ground myself in. I'm going to root myself in here. I'm going to make roots here for once. Maybe you're very portable. Maybe you move around a lot. Maybe you never had this place to call home, or to put your roots in, or to really surround yourself with the things that you wanted to surround yourself with, because you wouldn't allow it. You wouldn't allow it because that's not who you were. That's not who people said you were. Or if you tried to go off and be this hippie in the woods, they would just think that you had gone crazy. They would think you had gone crazy, and you couldn't let that happen. You couldn't let them think that you had gone crazy. Now you don't care because it's too late. You're the butterfly. You're soaring above them. Their perspective is so low vibrational down here of trying to keep you of who you said you were. It's like they want to hold you to that. You said you were this, and we're going to hold you to it. You said you didn't believe. Wow. So it's like you're breaking free of this cult. You're breaking free of this group mentality, this hive mentality, because you're coming into this bigger understandings with the help of your ancestors. But you don't belong there. You never did. You never did. You're the hybrid. You're the one people are striving to be, the one who knows who they are and doesn't need someone else to tell them who they are here. Beautiful. Wow. Wow, you've escaped. You've escaped the group mentality. You've escaped the Borg. Good God. Okay. All right. What else in the heart space do you have to tell group number 2 from the ancestors? Ancestors, what else? What else? What messages does group number 2 need to hear from you? What advice do you have for group number 2? Group number 2, Queen of Swords. Look how powerful you are. You have fought. You have fought so wisely, so bravely. You are so courageous. You will take on the world. Take on the world. I don't know what that was. I heard a big snap. Oh God. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. Wow. I don't know if you heard that. I got to rewind that. Big, huge snap about you taking on the world. It was like, bam. Good God. Okay. We're going to keep this going. We're going to keep this going. Look at how courageous you are. You have absolutely been chosen. The ancestors have chosen you to be the power one here, to move forward with this new power. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, let's look in the foundation. Let's look in the foundation for group number 2. What do the ancestors have to say to group number 2? Spirit, what do the ancestors have to say for group number 2? Group number 2, what do they have to say? Oh my God, the Emperor. Look at this beautiful, beautiful power that you are holding here. It's absolutely glorious. You have stepped into your power now. You know who you are now. You're making all the right moves now because you are seeing the game. You're seeing the next step here. You're seeing ahead of everyone else here. Absolutely beautiful. Aries energy coming through. And I got this Aries vibe with strength here. So very, very much independence. Aries is all about independence and fire. So wow, sitting on that planet Mars, there's no changing your mind now. There's no going back. You can't go back. Pandora's box has been opened. You've won the battle. You've won the war now. Now you got to rule the kingdom. Now you got to rule yourself. Now you got to follow your own rules and your own ancestral guidance here. You have to listen. Now you have to listen. Now that they know you can hear them, now that they know that you see the purpose here, now you have to listen. But you're making your own rules. Absolutely making your own rules. All right, tell me more about the foundation, the everyday, the daily for group number 2, pile number 2. Tell me about the daily. Knight of Swords, you're very busy, very, very busy, in and out energy here. It's like you're ducking in and coming out, going into conversations, coming out. That's because you're in the in-between. You're still kind of emerging from the cocoon. You don't quite have those wings flapping yet. So you're just kind of moving through, just trying to find your ground here, trying to find your place here where you can really spread your wings. So you're dipping in and out, dipping in and out. Interesting. In and out, in and out. Jab and move, jab and move. Ooh, the 3 of Swords in reverse. My God, my God. You've been through it. You've been through it. You've been through something very, very, very challenging. Very challenging. This is what pushed you into the transformation. It pushed you into the cocoon here. Something very painful where you literally did curl up in the fetal position and you needed a minute. Just give me a minute. Something happened here. Something has happened here to force you into this adaptation, to force you to be somebody you never thought you would be. It gets just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm changing. I'm doing it. I'm doing the work. I'm taking the steps. I'm following my ancestors' advice, but I need a minute. You need this minute to catch your breath. It's been very, very busy, very chaotic, hectic, battle energy here, war energy. You had to fight for who you are. You had to fight for this transformation here. You were very much challenged in it. You did not get what you want. Everything you asked for, it just held it away from you. Just held it away from you. It's almost like you were afraid to ask anymore. I'm going to ask because then they're going to know that I want it and they're going to keep it from me, right? You went through this massive battle, this real transformation. It's not to this come to Jesus moment where you're just like, I heard the angels singing out of the blue here. Nobody came to enlightenment out of comfort or the familiar here. Nobody did. You had to be pushed out of your comfort zone to find the truth, to find the answers, to find the transformation that you've been seeking. This is it. It's here. This is it. This is what you've been seeking here. This is what you fought for here. But you just need a minute. You need a minute. Let's give you a minute. And the ancestors are doing that. There's been this real slowdown time after the battle, real slowdown time, almost like time has stood still while you're catching your breath. And they have done that. They are powerful enough to do that, to make it feel like time has absolutely stood still for you. So yeah, take that minute. Take a minute. No one's going to question you about taking that minute here, group number 2. All right, need words of advice. Words of advice for group number 2 from the ancestors. Words of advice. Words of advice. Knight of Pentacles, slow going, very, very slow going, and that devil coming out in reverse. So there were things that soothed you, that got you through, that really helped you. There were vices that you had, substances, people, relationships, things you counted on to help you feel better. You just wanted to feel better. So do not beat yourself up for that. Do not regret anything that you have done here. Just let it go. Let it go. It can't still be in your grips if you're having regret about doing it. It's still there. It's living rent free in your head still. You got to release it. You got to forgive yourself. You've got to forgive yourself. It was a very painful process, and we all process differently. We all process completely differently here. You were merging. You were coming into this hybrid point of your life. You were pushed here by an event. Something broke your heart here. Broke your heart here. You turned to things that made you feel better, that made you forget. I just want to forget. You were in this cocoon phase. You were in this coma almost, trying to forget it all, trying to numb yourself, trying to self-medicate here. Then you started waking up. It wasn't over. My life is not over. Things are not over. I'm still here. I'm still standing. You took that deep breath. It's like trying to take the first deep breath after a respirator has been removed. It hurts. You're going to cough. You're going to sputter. You're going to spit. You're going to get out the water. You're going to get out the toxins. You're going to get out the poison. That's what you're doing now. You're coughing and sputtering out the poisons and toxins in your life here. So take a minute. It's going to take a few breaths. But by the time you get breathing, by the time you get walking from crawling out, you're going to be running. It's going to be exponential. You're going to be exponentially healed. You're going to be exponentially done with the things that do not serve you any longer, but helped you at a time when you needed them. You're going to be actually grateful for those things because they got you through. When you become grateful for the things that got you through, that's the beginning of the rest here, because you're not sitting in regret, time lost. I'm too old now. I should have never done that. Now it's too late. It's too late. It's not too late because you're here. You're listening to this reading. You're still looking for the way here. You're still hatching here too as well. So take those deep breaths, cough it out. Do what you got to do to get a clean, crisp, clear breath. Detoxify yourself here. It can be done. You can do it here. You've done worse. You've gone through far worse than that. From letting go of the things that suck in your life. That's easy now. It's easy now, and it will turn this fool in upright. It will give you that fresh start that's been waiting for you for a really long time after you've gone through something very, very painful here. Rebirth. You've gone through a rebirth here. So take that deep breath and keep up the good fight here. You are emerging into this beautiful transformational energy, butterfly energy here. So take the bounce. Take the bounce. You had to go down to the deepest depths of hell to get here. You bounce. Take the bounce. Take the bounce. adapt, and be the hybrid, be the miracle that you want to see, be the person today that you want to be tomorrow here. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, God bless you. God bless. All right, group number 2. I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you. I am sending you all my love and light, and I will tune in with you soon. What's on the bottom? Ooh, 3 of Wands. You got the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Wands, number 33, lucky number 33. It's all about change, all about celebration. Don't forget to celebrate your victories, group number 2. You've come so far, come so far. So hang in there. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. One long, slow breath at a time. All right. Tune in with you soon. Hello to everyone who chose the Modern Witch Tarot deck, group number 3. Let's get you some messages from your ancestors. What do the ancestors have to say to you? Group number 3. Let's get you an angel oracle card first. See what messages the angels have to say to you. Okay, messages for group number 3. Group number 3. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Group number 3. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Look at this, singing and dancing. I love this. You're very talented with your voice and the way you feel, the way you move with energy. It's absolutely beautiful. You're just this beautiful, graceful energy dancer, group number 3. And I love that. I love that expression through singing and dancing there. The heart chakra, the answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So the singing and dancing is leading you toward fulfillment here, toward love here, opening up your heart chakra here. Oh, beautiful. All right, let's get you the tarot cards. Let's get you the Modern Witch tarot cards. I want to see what the ancestors have to say about your mind space. We're looking at the mind space for group number 3. Calling forward the ancestors from group number 3. What do you have to say about the thoughts, the mindset of group number 3 from the ancestors? Justice. Oh, look at this beautiful Libra energy right off the bat. Yes, justice is yours. Some kind of karmic justice, legal battle, fight, just arguments coming to an end here, just absolute justice for you. I love that. Group number 3. Oh my God, just some kind of resolution to a battle that has been ongoing probably throughout the ages. So whatever this battle was about, at the root of it, your ancestors have been fighting this battle for throughout the ages here. This has been one of those causes, one of those bloodline battles that has gone on throughout the ages here. So you are the one to complete this. You are the one to find resolution in the fight here, finding the victory in the fight here. But most importantly, finding the balance in the energy. There's such a balancing out in the energy here when this happens, when the verdict comes in, and it is in. Oh God, and you are so happy. You are singing and dancing and celebrating this victory, this justice. Justice is yours, group number 3. What else? Tell me more about this justice. What has group number 3 been fighting for? What has this fight been about? What has this fight been about? The Queen of Cups, emotional, very emotional. Everyone putting the emotions into this fight here. It was all about the emotions and how sticky that got. So maybe there was just some kind of like custody battle or a battle against the wills here, battle against the egos here, but there was much more emotional stuff going on underneath that, maybe childhood emotions, or just something was added to the pot here of the battle. So it was about this, but it was underneath about something completely different here. So interesting. All right. Ancestors, tell me more about this. Tell me more about group number 3 and the mind space and this big victory. Tell me more. What's the resistance? What is the resistance in the mindset of group number 3? What is the resistance? 10 of Swords. Look at this. Everything's fine. You're still posting on your social media. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, as these swords are just plunged into you here. You are on the ground bleeding out. and you're still telling your friends and your family that you're fine here. You don't want anyone to worry. You don't want anyone to be concerned about you. You don't want to steal their happiness for worry over you here. So you're just trying to tell those little white lies. Everything is fine here. Wow, group number 3, you've been really hiding this. You've been keeping this to yourself, this battle. It hasn't been this public battle. It hasn't been out in court or out in public here. It's been something very, very private, this private battle that has gone on here. Oh God, you are just so strong. You are so powerful. You're at a crossroads right now with the 2 of Swords. Do I stay and keep fighting this, keep fighting the good fight, or do I go and surrender and give up here for my own sanity, for my own heart here? Wow, wow, wow. Do not forget, group number 3, justice is yours. Justice is yours. You have been seen. You have been felt. The ancestors have cried every tear you have cried. They have seen every tear on your pillow. You cannot hide your grief from them or your pain from them. They see it all. They see it all. And they're saying, you've got this. You've got this. This is where we were. This is why we gave up. This is why we didn't complete this karmic cycle here. It gets very, very painful, whatever this is. It hits the heart. It hits the heart hard. It hits every sensory within you. So yeah. Oh, ancestors, tell me more about that for group number 3. Tell me what will soothe that. What will help to soothe that? To soothe that. What will help to soothe that? The Lovers. Wow, Gemini energy coming out here. Oh my God, this is twin flame energy. This is really, really difficult energy. You are mirroring each other. The Lovers really is the opposite card of the Devil card, where the couple is in chains and ruled by the tangible, ruled by the money and the power and the ego, and the Lovers comes out to show the other side of that. But there is a power struggle in the Lovers card itself, because of the twin flame energy, because of the mirroring. So it's been a lot of mirroring, a lot of projecting, a lot of throwing that responsibility into somebody else's court, just throwing that ball. Somebody kept throwing their ball of responsibility right into your court, and you picked it right up. You felt like it was your responsibility to do so because you were going to fix things. You were going to fix this. And some things are unfixable. You're coming to this realization. You're coming to this real understanding, just like your ancestors did, that some things are unfixable on earth. It has to take angelic help. It needs this ancestral help to move it along. Open yourself up to the help that the ancestors have for you, because there is resolution here, absolute resolution here. There is a victory here, a completion here with justice. It cannot keep going on. It just can't. Everything changes, including this. So yeah, just keep breathing. Just keep breathing. Figure this out. You can figure this out. You will figure this out. The angels are here to help you figure this out. Tell me about let's get some more advice in the mind space. I just want to see, there's this power struggle here. There's this situation where there's a partnership where somebody has really deflected all of their pain, their sorrow, their failures, their confusion onto someone else. It's just really this throwing out of their faults, of their problems onto you. You're the type of person where you pick those right up. You're the fixer of the world. You have been the fixer. Your family, your familiar line has been the fixer of the world for many, many, many generations. You're just a fixer among us. So you picked them all up. You picked up every single one of those swords. Even though they were cutting your fingers and cutting your heart and cutting you up, you wanted to spare them the pain. You wanted to spare them what you were feeling here. So you picked them up. You were going to fix it. And then you're on the ground. You're bleeding out. You're asking for help. You're denying it here because you're still saying everything is okay. You're still picking up those swords. But you're starting to ask the angels for help. This is where the guidance comes in. This is where the turning point happens, when you reach up to the sky and you say, I surrender. I give up. You throw up the white flag because you can't take on this fight anymore. You can't take this on alone anymore. Bam, the angels come swooping in. They come swooping in. Your ancestors come swooping in, and they soothe that other side, the other side that has been deflecting, the other side that has been projecting. As soon as you ask for help, they can come in and they can manage that energy. It's very, very manageable by them. So they'll infuse a good memory into this person's mind about something that you did, or they'll just calm it down. All of a sudden it'll just shut down. You'll start that same old argument, but you won't react the same. You are not reacting the same to the words. You're not picking them up the same. You're letting them fall to the ground, and you are not picking them up. When this person realizes their words are falling on deaf ears, you don't care anymore. You're not striving to make them happy any longer. You're taking your happiness back. You don't have to wait for them to be happy before you're happy any longer. And they realize that those words are going to be dropped. The arguments are dropped. The insults are dropped. The criticisms are dropped. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who's really in an abusive relationship. And I do know the difference here. There is a huge, huge difference between a power struggle and a narcissist trying to really gaslight someone. There is a huge difference. When you're in those relationships, those gaslighting relationships, you start to really see what is going on. You have been pushed to this reading for a reason. If that is the case, you understand that you are worthy of living a normal, beautiful life. You are worthy of stepping away from a relationship that is simply toxic. That is simply toxic. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the power struggle, the ego shift, the status quo, who holds the status quo. In every relationship, there's always, throughout your life, until you give up, until you surrender with that white flag, there's a status quo. There's someone kind of controlling where you're going, what you're doing, what you're seeing, or you're doing that controlling where we're going, because you've been on the other side of that. So there's always this kind of status quo happening. But when you get through this and you understand that that power struggle is just dark energy, it's just low vibrational energy. You rise up. You don't trigger anymore. You're not fighting back anymore. You're not throwing out the insults right back, fighting back. When you know they're not hearing that. Then you know they're not going to say, yeah, I really am a bad person in that moment. You know that. But it helps to end the argument, to see how you can handle it differently, to understand that you can have an argument with health to it, with resolution to it, with progress to it. You don't have to keep going down the road, beating each other up to try to get each other to see the other side here. So absolutely beautiful. A reckoning of this relationship, a coming back together of this relationship, or a dissolution of this relationship, all for the most benevolent outcome, all for the better outcome for you, karmic justice for you. So no matter the outcome, do not fear it. Do not fear it. Do not fear it. Let it be. Let this unfold the way it's naturally going to unfold. And speak the truth. Don't hide this anymore. That gives it power. Secrecy lies. Power lies in secrecy. That's where the power is. Unfold this. Put some light on this. Shed some light on this. And it will have no power. No power. Talk to the people who if you told them this was going on, they would pull you from there so quick your head would spin. Be honest, because this is karmic justice. This is justice, and whatever unfolds will unfold organically and naturally the way it should be. The way it should be. It will be the most benevolent outcome. You will be singing and dancing your way out of this. Singing and dancing with this partner that you fought so hard to keep, or singing and dancing your way away from this partner who tried to hold you down. So absolutely glorious, glorious outcome with this justice card coming out in the mind space here. Let's look at the heart space from the ancestors. What do the ancestors want you to look at in the emotional body, in the heart space? Look at that devil. There it is. There's the opposite while I have it here. You see that? There's such a different energy between the lovers and the devil, and yet so similar, because we push each other, we jab each other, we push each other to be better. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, because we know we can be better. We know we can be better, but God, does that energy go dark very, very quickly. It escalates so quickly that you just don't even know what just happened, right? You're just spewing these words and you're like, my God, that's not even me. But you're projecting onto them, and vice versa here. That's what a mirror is. And this is a mirror, right? This is a mirror. There's no doubt about it. You're seeing the other side of a relationship here, and how it could be and how it should be. It shouldn't be this hard. Shouldn't be this hard. All right, that's what the ancestors want to say about that. What about the heart space for group number 3? Let's look at the emotions for group number 3. Group number 3, let's look at the emotions. Let's look at the emotions. Oh, yes. Yes, look at you sitting on top of the world here, group number 3, with the Wheel of Fortune. Lucky, lucky stroke comes in, or this victory brings in a lot of money. So maybe there's a payoff that's waiting to come in there. Well, I know that there is a huge payoff waiting to come in here with this resolution. So it's like you win it all. You win it all. It's like not guilty on all accounts, and you're awarded the trauma money, right? You're awarded the pain and suffering that you've gone through here. You're rewarded for that in some shape or way here. You are absolutely given compensation for pain and suffering here. So good. Yes, yes. Look at this Scorpio energy really coming out. I know it's Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus, but Scorpio is really shining high for me right now. So yeah, sitting on top of the world now, sitting pretty now with this compensation, with this what's the word I want to, it'll come to me, but yeah, you're being compensated for the pain and suffering. You're being rewarded there, awarded there, the pain and suffering. Yes, that's a brand new start here. Number 10. Tell me more in the heart space from the ancestors to group number 3. Group number 3. 4 of Cups. Look at you. You're just apathetic. It's like doesn't mean anything to you. That was just the side effect. That was just the, you didn't care about that. You didn't care about that. You cared about what you lost. You cared about what you gave up, what you sacrificed. That's what you cared about, and you can't get the time back. So now you're like, dang, I shouldn't have wasted my time. I shouldn't have tried so hard to fix them, to change them. You know, everybody told me you can't change people, and I thought I could. You know, it's just maybe that kind of thing. But you're looking at it, it just doesn't matter. Here comes the reward, the justice, the karmic justice, and you're like, yeah, but I gave up my time. I gave up something I can never give back. You know, it cost me too much. It cost me too much. And that really doesn't have anything to do with money. But that's the starting point of getting the rest of your life back, to saying, you know what, never again, never again. I'm never going to let someone steal my time away from me, something I can never get back. I'm never going to allow that again. And you put up this glorious boundary, this boundary that would have served you well in the past with this 10 of Swords here. So nobody would have dared cross that line. But, you know, you had to go through that to get that boundary up. So it's a double-edged sword there. You would never have this beautiful boundary if you hadn't have not had it, right? The contrast of it. But you're a little apathetic to the victory here. It's just like you don't care right now, but move further into this, move more into the victory of this and the freedom that you're getting your freedom. You're being set free here from something that was chaining you, anchoring you down. It was truly a ball and chain to the dark vibrational energy, to that low vibrational energy. And you found the key. You found the key to your escape here. And the escape is justice. That is the escape. That is the exit door. Justice this way, group number 3. So yeah, moving on from troubled waters with the 6 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You're just feeling a little apathetic right now. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Moving up the emotional scale with this victory here. Tell me more about that. Tell me the resistance in the heart space from the ancestors to group number 3. What is the resistance that group number 3 needs to look at? What is the resistance? What are they pushing away? What are they pushing away? The High Priestess, your own power here. You're not quite certain about it. 2 of Pentacles at a crossroad. King of Pentacles and King of Wands. Look at you. Look at you, not believing that you're worthy here, not believing that you can have your own kingdom on your own. You don't necessarily need the queen, right? Because you're the High Priestess here. You have everything that you need. You're at a real crossroads right now with that 2 of Pentacles. Maybe it's financially. Maybe you think you can't do this on your own financially, and something comes in. I mean, some kind of justice comes in, some kind of windfall comes in, or victory you didn't see coming here with the money. And it just allows you to buy your own island here. You're able to buy your own island, your own peace. You're able to buy your own peace. So it is soothing you. This money coming to you from this victory could be a legal battle that you're about to win a large sum of money with. It does soothe it that way because you're able to buy your own peace, your own island, your own solitude here, your own kingdom here. So that's beautiful. You're the High Priestess. You own this. You own this. So you own title. You hold title to this. It cannot be stripped from you like it had in the past because you didn't believe in it like you believe in it now. You didn't believe in the power that you hold like you believe in it now. So that's why it was so easily stripped from you before, because you doubted it yourself. You're like, yeah, they're right. I really don't have, I'm really not nothing special. Really nothing special, just like they told me. And now you're just like waking up, and you're like, damn, I can be the king. I don't need the queen here. I can rule my own kingdom and be very, very, very happy. That's a separation period that happens between the twin flame energy. It really is something. If you research twin flame energy, is really something. There is always a separation period. And that's what these two kings are telling me. There was a separation period here. And then you can come back together and you are really, really good friends. Even if you don't become partners again, you become romantic partners or whatever partner in business again, you really become good friends because you both go off and you just really work on yourself. Really work on yourself. It's absolutely beautiful. It's the most benevolent relationship there is. If you can survive it, if you can change, and you both have to change this lifetime. If you can do that, that's the ancestors are saying you can. The ancestors from their side and the ancestors from your side are saying this can be broken. This curse can be broken. This curse of separation, this curse of doing the separation part, but never bringing it back together, never having the resolution or the closure or the compassion for each other here. It can happen in this lifetime with you too. It can happen. It can happen if you so choose. You are both willing to change. You are both willing to give up your solitude, your fight. You're both willing to give up the fight. The ancestors are saying that you can break the curse. You two can break the curse and put the burden of relationships down once and for all. Instead of this over and over and over and over throughout the lines, let's move on. Let's do something else. Let's stop finding ourselves in divorce court every lifetime, right? And just splitting it up to find our own happiness. Let's bring it back together here. Let's soothe this energy and break the curse. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's look at the daily. Let's look at the foundation from the ancestors. What do you need to tell group number 3, ancestors, for the foundation, for the daily? What do you need to tell group number 3? 6 of Swords. There it is again. Move on. Move on from the troubled waters. Right now it's separation time. It is isolation time. It is time to go rule your own kingdom. Rule your own kingdom. It is just so much better for you right now to make your own decisions without that pressure, without that you're going to make a mistake. Somebody really making you walk on eggshells because fearful that you were going to make a mistake. Really all that was projecting. They were afraid of their own mistakes, their own failures, their own responsibilities. So they did not want to take responsibility. And but now you're not afraid. You're not afraid to make mistakes. It's like, bring them on. The only way I'm going to learn something is to fail. I can't win if I don't fail. I can't succeed if I don't fail. God, you're just moving towards success. There's some kind of huge karmic justice coming for you. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what this is. You're going to have to leave me a comment. But it's big. It's really big. All right, tell me more. Tell me more about group number 3 from the ancestors, from their ancestors. What else do they need to know in the daily? The Emperor. Look at this. Wow, the leader of their own kingdom, just above the kings of the colonies here, and you are leader of the world. You are the emperor here, making your own rules, sitting on the planet Mars. A lot of Aries energy coming through the Emperor card, but making the right choices now, making the right choices. Look at your fashion choices. How beautiful. But you're looking good. You're feeling good. You're taking care of yourself. You're nurturing yourself. You're not letting those criticisms, those, I never believed in constructive criticism. It's just criticism. It's just, I hate it. Don't do it. I don't need that kind of help. I do not need that kind of help. This is what you're saying. This is what you're saying. Stop helping me. All you're doing is killing me. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Look at this. Everything is fine. 10 of Swords. I didn't even realize that there was 2 of these. I guess that's where I got everything is fine. Look at this. Look what you have been doing. You have been forsaking yourself to make sure everyone else is happy because you didn't want it to get worse. It was like nothing so bad it couldn't be worse, right? I am not throwing fire on this flame, fuel on this fire. I am not going to feed that fire of anger and division. And yeah, you had to just put your head down and take it for a minute. There was nothing you could do. If you would have stood up, if you would have tried to pull those out in the midst of what was happening there, it would have gotten so much worse. You did absolutely the right thing. If you question yourself, if you took too much time to get out of something, or you waited too long, or you should have said something, or you should have fought, you should have defended them, you did absolutely the right thing. You were fed to do the right thing from your ancestors. You were not meant to fight the fight in that moment. It would have taken you down. It would have ended things. I would have gone too far. So you absolutely did the right thing. You did the right thing by posting what you posted, by doing what you did, by saying what you did, or not saying what you didn't say was absolutely the right thing. The ancestors need you to know that. It would never be resolved. You'd never come to this crossroads. You'd never be in this position to change things, to really change things, if you had done anything differently there. So yeah, big time confirmation there from the ancestors that you did the right thing at the right time here, and that led you to here. You're just in this big transformation right now. You're getting your power back. You're getting your voice back. You're getting yourself back together here, and it's absolutely beautiful. This is so well deserved. Just keep taking care of yourself right now. 9 of Pentacles. Look at these dreams coming true for you now that you're on the other side of this. It is over. Something is over. It's over. It's done. Relax in this. Everything is fine. This is a beautiful ending of a very hard curse to break. And you did it. You just got to catch your breath. All right, what else? What's the resistance in the daily? King of Swords coming out in reverse. There's that third king. How funny is that? And the World. Look at this. Again, Scorpio really standing out to me. But the World and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. The end of an era. The end of a cycle. The end of it. It is over. That's the number one thing they want me to get it through to you is it is over. The fight is over. The battle is over. So now it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult to stop defending yourself. This is where the reaction energies come into play here. Do not react. Don't be a sore winner and don't be a sore loser. Do not react. This is all for the betterment of you. This is happening in your favor. This is karmic justice. You don't understand how deep this goes, how broad this goes, through the bloodline this goes. This is the biggest victory that has come along in your ancestral line in a very, very long time. It has to do with relationships. It has to do with the power struggle between and the settlement. The settlement is here. Yes, it is settled. Once and for all, it is settled. And you are the king of your own castle here and the emperor of the land. You are the law of the land now. So yeah, it's all by your rules now, but you're not suppressing anyone else because you know exactly how that feels. You're not gaslighting anyone else. In fact, you're out there now putting out the fires, telling people they're stronger than they think they are. And this is part of the twin flame energy. Now you're going into this real deep dive into the twin flame energy. And you're going to be soothing people with their twin flame energies, with their partners, with their struggle and strife, because you know exactly the power you need to wield to rid yourself of this struggle, this power struggle. Oh, you're going to be singing and dancing. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Yes, sing it out. Sing out the victory. Sing out the freedom that you can get when you escape this, when you escape this nightmare. And I think we all have to be tested with this at some point in our lives. We all have the choice to fall into being the victim or to fall into being the survivor here. Which one are you? Which one are you? Oh God, you are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. You are such a powerful person. Your ancestors are cheering you. They knew you could do it. They knew you could break this curse and you did it. But just catch your breath. And there's the King of Cups. Yes, yes, yes. Look at you. 4 corners of the world. Yes, you did it. You mastered this. This karmic lesson is over. It's done. It's done. You've mastered all of it. You've mastered the emotions, the fire in it, the anger in it, the power in it, and the light in it. You've mastered it. And now you're king of the world. Good job. Good job. You survived this. You did this. And now it's time to thrive. Time to thrive and spread the news that it can be overcome, that you can struggle through this, that you can get through this, that you can get through this. And however it ends up, it is the most benevolent outcome. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm going to leave it here. On the bottom of the deck, the Four of Pentacles. You've been holding on for far too long. Been holding on for far too long, saying everything is fine and not expressing the truth, not telling people. Sing it out. What are you going through? Tell people how you are feeling and what's happening. Be open, because people care about you. I care about you. All right, group number 3, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am sending you so much love and light and power and strength, and I can't wait to see what happens when this curse is broken and where you go with this. So yeah, I'm on your side, rooting for you. All right, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. If you'd like a personal reading from me, all of that information is in the description box below, and I will definitely tune in with you soon.